All right, here is our dancer origin stories interview with Soumaya. Soumaya is based in New York and Boston. She is a Moroccan dancer and musician, and I am so incredibly thrilled to get to speak with her about her dancer origin story. Welcome, Soumaya. Thank you so much for being here. Hi. I'd love to know what's one of your very like early memories or your first memory of dance?
Uh, it's a good question because I don't remember. I always saw the dance, so honestly, it's such a hard question. Honestly, like if you remember your first time you eat, or I don't know, it's like
Yeah,
I don't really remember. But I
I think
remember,
that's a great answer.
yeah, I remember specific things I saw, for example, like moments. But dance, I don't remember. I always see a dance all my life.
Yeah. Ah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So clearly social dance was a part of your life growing up. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. What were some of your favorite events or just circumstances where dance would happen?
Wedding, Moroccan wedding specifically, because I saw other weddings, but Moroccan weddings is very extraordinary because we have a tradition that they are very, very, very old. And I think I will compare it that maybe to the Indian wedding, where we still have our own dresses and we all dress for that, the woman and I think and also this is where the dance happen. Like a really remember all in a wedding you can see everything into the dance tradition, all the style, all the it's a big institution. We see that like this, yeah.
Are there certain dances that are kind of go with certain phases of the wedding? Or is
Yes,
it more of yeah?
yes. Every step of the wedding there is different style, and also there is a lot of tradition and behavior through the dance between guests. For
Mm.
example, if you are a hostess, you don't dance like a far guest. It's different. There is a lot of so many rules, indirect rules. But otherwise, any parties like that too, in general, in parties. And of course, what I love most, because on the wedding, it's not just the day of the wedding, it's before, because we have a lot of days. It's 7 days.
Oh,
Originally,
wow.
7 days, but we keep them for 3 days or four. And it's before when only women are together gathering and they are doing the cookies or they are cooking or when they prepare the henna. That's the best moment because this is where you really see crazy things. It's super cool.
Oh, that's amazing. Do all ages participate?
Yes, depending of a certain part of the ceremony. There is some part of the ceremony they are made for actually women that they are what because we have two states in our culture. You are non-married or married. So when you are married, you are a woman, and when you are not married, you are like not a woman. It's not like not a woman, but I mean you are not. You still consider as the baby. There is no teenager. I will say like this. So uh, so there is a part where there is only the women that they are not married, for example, or kids can come, but then there is part where it's really for women. Uh, yeah, so it's and there is in any party also like that. You have to know where you sit, in which room you can sit. That's something like that. Because, for example, my mom she can tell me if it wasn't my age or my thing. She will tell me like go out from the room. You know, if we have guests, and then there is separation. You know, what I'm saying so. It depends really of time of what is happening. what they talk about, which part of the
Mm.
ceremony, because the celebration is about bringing the bride to the man, you see, to get her ready. So if you don't have experience, it's not your business.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh
so
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, so I'm curious, the social dances in the setting of a wedding, how much is it like group versus some solo, like one person dancing and everyone maybe, I don't know, cheering them on, or and how much of it is like everyone dancing together?
That's a very good question, actually, because I did a workshop about that. One of my first workshop I come in America, I did social dance. It was my first work because when I came to America, I saw how the girls they were performing. They were not social dancing. They were performing on stage all the time when even it's social dance. So it was interesting to see that. So it was one of my first workshop. I don't know, it just came naturally.
I love it.
And the thing is, uh, so solo, it's not really solo, but solo. When, for example, any party starts, often is the hostess, but not the main hostess. For example, it's not the mother, but for example, the sister of the bride. Let's say for a wedding, or for if you come to my house and my mom invite you, the or my sister invite you. Me, I'm like the sister or the friends of good friends of the hostess. So I'm gonna start to dance because when you dance, for example, okay, I will go deeper for something else. Let me explain. So we start to dance because it's like there is music for introducing. They will put a certain style of music that is the music still very quiet and elegant. Like when I say elegant, it's very soft, like music, not fast, ta ta ta. You know, it's like more classic, you would say, to start to dance. So it's like an opening dance for people. And then us, hostess, like friends of hostess, we're gonna invite people. And in between, we try to grab the hostess, one of the main person, to dance with us, and we put her on the middle. So this is kind of how it starts. So and it's like we highlight the person that invite us, and often those first dance are not many people. They are kind of solo. They can be solos or two, three person trying to dance together and making some solos a little bit. It's kind of like that. And then when the party start to be in fire, everybody dance, when everybody's comfortable. But then sometimes they play music only for a certain group of people. Like for example, they will put music for a woman that the elderly. You see, like for example, the classic Moroccan music or even a shaqi, it will be more for women, not like little girls. And then you have, for example, moment when it's like solo, it's more like when you have the one that they really know how to dance. In a certain moment when it's the fire party, when they put music, they are more difficult. Only the really good dancer they stand up. The other people they sit down and watch. It's kind of like that. Let's say, and our nights are very long, so we have time for it. And the music they are also super long, often, and also uh, through the music style that they choose. Uh, for example, when it's a woman older stand up dancing, she kind of will leave her doing a solo because it's respect. Because the music is a music very respectful, like it's for old women. We say like not old women, but you need experience. You see what I'm saying?
I
I
love that. Yeah.
clear, but everything it's just come naturally. But I had to observe myself, my own culture, to be able to explain it. But that's how it goes. Like everything is, there is a lot of rule, because sometimes also the music is only for the bride. So
Mm.
don't dance when the bride comes. It's for the bride, but the bride, she doesn't dance and perform. If she does, that's it. There is no. I remember my sister. She told me when it was my wedding, she was like, "Don't dance too much après or something like that. Like, don't go crazy. Dance just because I'm the bride. It's like a respect. You cannot look like a teenager crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's rules. Yeah.
Yeah, neat. It's definitely one thing to experience it and to just know how it works, and then another thing to try to explain it to people who don't know how it works. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, if you were with me, I brought so many of my friends. They were not Moroccan to the wedding. I even had one time a Belgian girl. She contacted me. She was like, "Can I come to a Moroccan wedding for your family? I would love to." We invite because uh, we always have more than 300 people in our wedding. It's normal, so it's very open. So when they come, we try to make them welcome. We teach them the culture without they it's just easy. They are there, and because we honor them, because we know they are foreign, so we try to make sure they feel comfortable. It's kind of like that. Even you have 300 people, they are special guests because they are foreign, for example. You see, so but my friend, my non-Moroccan friends, they all learned to dance just by coming with me on wedding and so seeing it, and they understand the rule because they grew up like with me, so they can see it. I translate them sometimes. They will ask me question, but it's just natural. I don't know. It's just such a different things with approach than
Yeah,
the belly dance word. I have to say. I'm sorry,
100%.
because it's my friend. They were my friends, so it was just natural, and they come and relax, and they know they are guests. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very different introduction to it than being
Yeah.
solely in a classroom for the purpose of learning a dance and performing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also, for example, when since I'm in the belly dance world and I understand a little bit more about it, I will, for example, not invite necessarily dancers into the wedding.
Mm.
I will, I will, because I realized that it was harder to talk to dancers to talk to my friends. Because the dancer, like for example, my troupe, they come with me in a private event where there is only a woman, but I really coach them. Because as soon as, for example, I brought one time a new girl that she didn't really know, she made me problems. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to really, you cannot just go in those places like that. You have to really respect and know, understand you're a guest. You don't come with your idea or imposing. You have to, and no videotape also.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
something that is a big deal. You cannot videotape the woman. A lot of things. A lot of rule to be able to really see a dance, a dance experience this way. And even another thing I didn't mention, sorry,
No,
uh,
thank you.
um, it's actually if I am a guest, for example, also to get the woman dancing, it's a big deal
Mm.
in a thing. Unless, for example, I'm a very good friend of the person that she invited me. If she invite me, the hostess, to dance, and I don't dance, it's a sign of snubbing her. So this is also something I really, really want to highlight, and I forget that because when I came to the business world, I have also this problem. Is actually when a woman, I see it also when dancers perform and they are with native women around. Actually, when you see the woman being really willing to dance everything, you have to grab her because that shows that she wants to dance. But also, when you grab a woman to dance with you, or if, for example, I decide to dance when I go to a party, even any party like Moroccan or anything, you know, people are looking for me to dance because they know I'm the dancer. like the very good dancer. So they give me respect, and I decide when I stand up to them. And if I want, because if I don't dance, it's kind of I'm snobby, or I am. When you decide to dance in a party, and this is what how I feel even when I dance now in the dance world. To me, it's really because I want it because it's like a gift or like a sharing moment. It's not like just I want to show up or something. There is part on the party where we also show up. It's different. But when you know, for example, you're a good dancer and you are a guest in a, I will put up for a cultural event. People are looking forward to you to dance. So when you dance, you honor them. So it's a statement, you know what I'm saying? It's not just
Yeah.
and then they want to dance with you. So this is also a respect. So it's very, very different than what I experienced in the Western world.
Oh, extremely, extremely. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you tell me if this is correct. You primarily grew up in Belgium, but you also spent time in Morocco. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. Every summer, and we have actually. So this is also something that was so interesting when I came to America because I never had to justify if I'm Moroccan. I was born and raised in Brussels, but in Brussels there is third of Brussels population is Moroccan. So
Mm. Did you say one third?
yes, one third is
Wow.
more than one third. This is what is counting, but the reality is more. And we are 1 million, just to have you an idea, in Brussels. And this is also my expertise because I'm a geographer, so I really could see the difference in immigration between here and there, and I have like the eyes for it. So in Belgium, we are more than one third, and we are we are coming from the 60s, 70s, and I'm second generation. And for example, all my generation, we speak Moroccan. We all speak Moroccan with parents. We actually really were very strong in the culture. We really said this. All my like for example, my husband is not Belgium, or my some of my friends, and when they come in Belgium or they go to Morocco with me, they say there is no difference. It's the same the way we grew up. The community is in a neighborhood. We all are. My neighborhood was Belgium, Moroccan, and next my neighborhood was Turkish. So I grew up with Turkish people too, and we were considered as a one entity because we were Muslim.
Mm.
So this is the difference. And then I go to Morocco every year because all my family is in Morocco. All the siblings of my parents and my grandparents were there, now they passed away. But so we go to visit them all the time, and we live actually to go to Morocco. That's how we grew up. For like to me, also I didn't have the nationality because it's not like America. In Belgium, for example, when you are born there, you're not necessarily Belgian. So
Ah.
I became after when I was teenager, I became Belgian. I was Moroccan only in my ID. So it was a process. This is why I don't feel I'm Belgian. To me, Belgium is just an identity that I adopt. Even I grew up there. First of all, because the system never made me feel I am part of the country. And second, I really grew up with my community. It's like I had to learn the Belgian culture and which I know very well because I'm a geographer. I told you so. I study very well like the social, economic, and environment. So I know very well. I can be a very good touristic guide actually. But and then in Morocco, we have, of course, because many of the immigrants that are from the Moroccan diaspora. First of all, we have one thing is we are very Moroccan. Like Moroccan, they are Moroccan wherever they go. It's very difficult to lose your Moroccan nationality. It's true, but you cannot become Moroccan easily. If you want to become Moroccan, you can. But if you are Moroccan born and you're even now the mom, like for example me, I'm Moroccan and I want my kids to be Moroccan. This is not a problem. They want yeah. So often we keep the nationality because we have heritage there. All our cultural like family, land, and we have houses there. The immigrants, they built the modern city of Morocco. They built it. My neighborhood, for example, in Morocco, is all people like me. One from. It's interesting because when we come back, sometimes they even call the neighborhood like the neighborhood of the people live outside because the houses are empty. And when we come on summer, it's all full, and there is one from
Mm.
Netherlands, one from England, one from Switzerland. It's like all over Europe, and we come, but what we have all in common is we speak Moroccan. You see what I'm saying? But the new generation now in Europe is losing it because they don't speak the language.
Wow.
But us, no. Like my cousin are in Netherlands, and I speak, or in Antwerpen, which is the Flemish part of Belgium. But we
Mm.
speak Moroccan. We can communicate. I can communicate with my cousin in Morocco. They don't speak so. And in Morocco, I go also to many parties. Like now, I was in Morocco. I went to the wedding of my cousin because I was there. I was in matches. So it is not really different, like I have to say. I even know better than sometimes things because I work in wedding all my life in Belgium. I worked on weddings since I'm super little, and I grew up with the tradition, and I know that very well. Yeah.
That's my next question. I would love to know how you moved from into more of a professional capacity, or how do you consider it? You said you work in weddings since you were little. How did you get into doing that? And um,
Actually, it was natural because
wonderful.
in my family, you have always the one that has like this art things and want to play music. So I love playing music, and I play on my head, and I play this. My sister, she gets crazy. She said, "Stop making noise! I do this. I want to learn. I listen to the music. I put my hair like close to the radio before it was a radio, and then I try to repeat the move and actually the rhythm. And the first rhythm I learned was Falahi rhythm.
Wow.
I remember because it was an easy one. But then I want to learn. I had a friend in my school. She know the Moroccan rhythm, and me, I get it almost. And she played it on my shoulder. So sometimes I do that to my student. I play the rhythm on their shoulder, then they feel them.
Nice.
So I do that, and then uh, but it was natural because I grew up in the culture, so I always did that. And what I start actually with what I started, it was actually Moroccan Sufi music. So I didn't know it was called like that to when I start to teach in America. I discovered that was Moroccan Sufi, but I knew what was like. I did it like all my life, and no, it's just what? It's just that since I'm very little, I always dance. My mom, she told me this summer, she was like, since you are little, like one time you were very young and you dance, and everybody stop and look at you. You are like a baby. You don't remember? I said no. She was, you're like a baby, and they were saying, look at this little girl, how she does. But my family is super shy. We come from a culture where we are super shy because we are Jbala, which is Morocco, and we are known for being shy. So this is also part of my heritage, the shyness, which is very rare people don't know that. But I'm super shy actually. So, but I just love it, and I had girls younger and older than me when I was like 11, 12. She seen me. She said to my mom, "This girl, she's very talented. Let me bring her with me to a group when we play percussion." Also, my mom, she gave me a gift when I was 13. We were in Marrakesh. She bought me my first derbuka that I still have. And then because she's like, yeah, because you love it. And then when they go to Morocco, they bring me a bendir, which is a Moroccan duff. So they bring me this because I love it so much. And then they let me go. So it was every Wednesday and Saturday I go, and this is where I met the group. One of the first group in Moroccan band, women in Belgium. We traveled all over Belgium and Netherlands and Germany and France to play. And when I went there, she actually one of her member of group stopped, and she contacted me. I was super young, and she said, "Oh, do you want to do with me?" I was like, "I don't know." And then I asked my mom. My mom, she said, "Yes, you can do it because it's going during the night." You see, and I was already going every Wednesday and Saturday. I never missed one lesson. I'm sometimes the only student I go and I play. She was my teacher, like she teach me the rhythm on derbuga. So that's how I really learned to play in the derbuga. But and then that's how it starts. And then I go with her wedding, and I play. I really learned there like a lot. But I start with the Rick, and then I moved to the darbuka because she said I was one of her best players. I learned very
Wow.
all the rhythm. Every time she has a new rhythm, she teach me first because I know how to play them. Right away, she taught me I'm super like talented. And then I played the battery, the small battery like this. So and I played the bendir too in one of it a lot. But bendir is very darbuka and bendir is very tough because we play the whole night. Sometimes I blood in my hand, you know.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. At the beginning it was super difficult, but then you get used to it. But it's tough, and we are all women playing, so that's what I did. Too when I came to America, and this
Wow.
beside so I work professionally on wedding, but the thing is we were a side market. It's not my
Mm.
real life because my real life was my life. Like I was studying geography, and I had other things like work, real job, like what we call because in Belgium we are not recognized. So to me, it was just my side. It's like I had two lives. I have my Moroccan life, and then I have my Western life where I go and I do. It's like you travel. You see what I'm saying? Is you're always between two because the Moroccan life is really a close circle. A lot of people, but it's only us. And
Mm.
go out, and I go to my Western life for my jobs and everything, but it's not my real life. My real life was my Moroccan life. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like that.
Oh, I love that.
And then for the dance, beside that, people of in my culture, I always was recognized as a very good dancer. Like when I go to parties, everybody sit down and want me to dance, you know. And my mom, she will tell me, please, when we go, don't dance like that. Don't dance solo because it's shuma. It's not good. Like, and I will do it. Do I talk too much or is fine?
No, no, you're wonderful.
Because you ask me a question, it's like a life story.
Yes.
So my mom, she will tell me this. She will say, please don't move, don't go. And she said, don't let them please videotape you and doing this because it's you know, shuma is a part of shyness. She will let me dance when everybody's dance. She will be like, go dance. But when it's solo, she doesn't really like it. So, but the thing is, people they will ask me all the time, and I will start to dance. Everybody sit down and watch. My sister remind me that too. So for my family, when I come, like my friends and everybody in my community, when I came to America and I become a dancer, or while like I was dancing, is not something that is surprising because they know me like that. Something it's just being professional and being paid and dancing on cabaret. This is something that they don't like, but cultural dances and something it's like they know I'm a dancer. It's not something that is surprising. And I always did what I wanted anyway. So I took my freedom, I would say, you know what I'm saying? I worked for it and I took it. But yeah, so, uh, but how I really made it, because when I came to me, it was always a hobby. And that's for the dance. Huh? it's interesting because I forget I'm a musician because I'm not in my element, so it's not something I talk
Ah,
about a lot. But yeah, to me, the drumming is normal. Like it's like dancing. I don't know, it's just normal.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when I came to America, I went to many festivals and I started to know the belly dance world. And I was really, I have to say, I was inspired a lot by Karim Munagi's work. I liked what he was doing. Uh, and when I went to the festival, I knew what I don't like. Let's put it this way. I don't know what I wanted to do, but I knew what I don't like, and I know what I want to do. Not like I know what is the dance, but I was extremely confused. And it's when I start to see that I was losing really my style, like my really me, because my sister told me. My sister they tell me when you took classes, you start to dance very bad. And my mom also, she said, "Oh, you don't know how to dance anymore." They will tell me like this.
Mm,
They were still
wow.
classes because the best feedback I had is not the teacher. I'm not saying I'm not putting down any teacher because they have really good, but the reality of the dance is not the festival dance. The real dance is what people like. Is so I start to have people telling me my family and everything. They know me since little. They know me as a good dancer. I was really like the dancer in the community. People talk to me about this. They tell me you don't know anymore how to dance.
Mm,
So that was like a big slap in my face. And I could see it because when I think, because normally I don't think, I just dance. I listen to the music, I feel it, and it comes out.
yeah.
And I can see it more when I do my hand gesture because the hand gesture is really a big part of the dance. And I can see when I think because my hand gesture are not good. But when my hand gesture are really new and they are graceful and they just go with the flow, I know that's a good dance.
Oh, I love
And
that.
all my skill so I took classes. I took so many classes. Believe me, I went to classes. I even don't know why I was doing them because it was just with the dance. It was just belly dance. So I thought, oh my god, I want to go there. But there was nothing. I really no link. And it's interesting because I knew it was not the dance because I don't understand the language. I go to the class, for example, I'm like international teacher. They are very famous but they're a very good dancer, but they are not dancing the dance. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just this.
Yes.
When I go to the class, I stay 5 minutes and then I leave the class because
Fair.
it's because when I see them perform, I appreciate, but I don't appreciate the way they move to the music. It doesn't make sense to me. And I knew when I go to a class and the teacher, for example, that move to the music, I know that's a
Mm,
good that when I understand the music, and maybe uh, he will do things that are different that I will do with the music, but it makes sense. So I know that's what I like.
oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah. And yeah, you're informed by what you know, by what you saw growing up and how that makes sense within the relationship of the music and the culture and the dance and yeah, more than sticking moves on music.
And yeah, exactly. And actually, when I came to America, the first class I took, I was like, "You talk too much. Why you don't put the music? You put the music. It's too much talking. The music will tell us what to do. You just talk, 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 talk like that. No, I'm here because when I come to a class, really what I want is the music. I want to listen to the music and enjoy the music. You see, and that's and I found it's very hard to keep this balance since I'm really much in the Western world.
Yeah.
I try to keep it, and what made me coming back all the time is because I go to my country, I go to my family, I talk to them, and also I have students that they are natives. A lot of students, which is
Mm.
very good. I have women, I teach to women. To me, that's what success. To me, that's the biggest success, is because I teach to mama. The mama, they come to my class to learn because they call it Zumba. And it's so cool, for them. And then I kill them, but they have so much respect for me. It's so impressive that they will really try to, when they are like sweating. And that's to me the biggest success I had, is to teach
That's
to my
lovely.
community, honestly.
Yes.
And those women, because they come not because they want the ego or something, they come because they really want to enjoy. It's their moment. And actually, I understand the culture. This is why we do parties also, is to release.
Yeah.
And it's not just to have fun and release. And I feel like I'm losing it
Mm.
much by being in that dance world.
Yeah, I really appreciate you sharing that perspective. That's not something that we hear enough, I think. And so thank you.
No, you're welcome. That's why I'm here. To be
I really appreciate it, Sumaya. There was a little moment where it cut out when you were saying, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, but you mentioned that your Jebela,
Jbala, yes, Jbala,
Jebela,
yeah.
Jebela. And it cut out for a second, so I'm wondering, could you say what that was? And I just want to make sure people
So,
are aware.
yeah, no problem. So Jbala is Jbel is mountain.
Yeah.
So Jbeli, أنا جبلية. I am from the mountain, which is actually, that's how we call people of my region in north of Morocco. We are from the mountain. And this is actually, I show you.
Oh, yay.
I have a painting here.
This is something you mentioned, when I talked to you, where you're from and where you're, so I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss that.
So
Oh, yay.
that's how my mom dress at home. And I show you, I have mine right here. I will show you. So this is the part of my region. It's called Jbala. It's typical. We are called Jbala. And it's a big, it's west of Morocco, northwest. It's a region in between the Rif and Mountain. And we are called Jbala. And it's a style, it's a different tribe, and it's a kind of people. So this is how we
Nice.
judge Bella.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I show you another thing. Um, so this is mine. I bought it this year in Morocco. that's
Oh, beautiful.
that's my apron. It's for cooking, and I have other one here. Like this is full of food here.
Ah, hooray.
So this is the traditional. It's really typical of my region, and we use it all the time. Like when I do, it was interesting when I was in Morocco this time. I was in the wedding of, no, I had the wedding and I had the bathtub when a baby born, is born. So because I'm one of the oldest cousin, I do the service. You see, like I have to do the service in the woman. And
Ah,
the women, they know I grew up in Belgium, so, and they know I live outside, so they have always this image that we are white. I'm saying, sorry, it's not like, but like we don't do the house things as them. But then all the women, they were like, wow, Soumaya, you know very well how to do, because I wore this.
oh, hooray, hooray.
I do the service, I am like the boss because I'm the oldest of the cousin there. So they have to listen to me. So I tell them, you do this, you do that, and I do the service. And you see, it was long time I didn't have that. I forget that they do this. They will compliment you because you know how to do it. You're a good housewife. It's such an important thing.
That's great.
Yeah, and yeah, it's super interesting. So
Um, I would love to know about how you encountered Rex Sharkey and how you got into that in addition to Moroccan dance. Rex Sharkey, when I say that, I'm referring to more Egyptian style, but if I'm misinterpreting that, feel free to correct.
Sharqi music is a part of our culture. It's not really Moroccan. It's not Moroccan music, but in Moroccan music we have also Sharqi. Okay, let's say what is common in all and mainly in north of Morocco. What is more common? What it is in all the middle is Andalusian. But what is Andalusian? Where is exactly? It's in front of Morocco. And then where is the Arabo-Andalus? It's really Morocco first. You see what I'm saying? So there is an Arabization in our culture. So for example, we are Arabs too. You see how now with the Cup, World Cup, how all the Arabs they were supporting. Finally, we were also Arab for the.
The World Cup, yes, yes.
So it's interesting because
It
we
was
belong.
really great to see the joy.
But I will say, like, for example, the dialect I speak is Darija, it's Arabic. It's a form of Arabic. So the music is Arabic. We listen to classic. Kulthum is part of what we. She belongs to the Arab. Warda, Warda. She's half Lebanese, half. Warda, she's like me. Warda, she's half Lebanese, half Algerian, but she was born in France.
Oh,
About that. Oh yes, she was.
I
She
didn't
and
know.
when she was young, when she was 13, but she speaks super good French. She even sings some songs in French. So I just watched a documentary about her actually. That's why.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a little documentary. I don't know where it popped up in my Facebook. And so you see, uh, so Sharqi is part of the culture. I don't know what to say, but not Egyptian music, let's say, because Egyptian they have their own Shakira. But we were using some. There is always like those pop songs or famous songs. Like now there is some Moroccan song. They are super famous all over the Middle East. You know, it's just that they come to our. They will be part of the set. Like every time we have a moment when we will play. First of all, Andalusian music, Moroccan and non-Moroccan, like the Soumaya al-Arian
Mm.
is the one. It's also called Soumaya al-Bayati. Is the Egyptian composition. Da, na, 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 na. I'm a very bad singer, but that's the music. Da,
I
na.
love it.
You say this song is very famous. Anyway, it's in Nesma Taous. But this song, I grew up with it. This music because it's part of. They will play it in Moroccan waiting when they start with the Andalusian repertoire. And then we have our own repertoire, Moroccan repertoire. So this is sometimes I think it was Moroccan, but then I discover it's not Moroccan because I did my research now. But you see, it's just we don't really know. But we know what's Sharqi music. We have a lot of pop songs. We listen to Dayan Haddad, to Omar Diab, Nancy Ajram. It's all part of the, you know, it's Arabic music. It depends what you like.
Certainly.
Some people they don't like, for even into Morocco, we don't listen to all the music style. You often listen to like for example, I listen to Shabani style because I love it. This North style, I love the classic. I like what we call Tarab al-Asri, which is more actually Arabic style. But I love also pure. But for example, I'm not very like for example Leila from Kif Kif Ladi. I don't listen much to Regada. I know Regada. I listen a little bit, but not all of them. I'm not like precise. I don't know all the things like her, but I will know more about my culture or like a Rifan music because I don't understand the language, the Amazigh language. You see? So that's the idea. So that's how it's. I will say Sharqi is for us. Like I will, for example, I know my mom. She will tell me you have to do because we always have tasks. We have to clean the house every weekend. So that's part of the culture. We learn how to clean later on the work. So I will put Warda 1 hour. I love Fiyo Belida. I will put this song. Oh, it was before cassette, so I will put that and then the other side.
Mm.
1 hour. I know by heart every part of it. I put it super loud and I do all my tasks in 1 hour. She's my as a Warda she said, but when we speak. But when this is like you have company, like something is giving you company when you are doing something and give you energy. So
Oh.
I witness with the music of Warda or Tum, but I'm more generation of Warda. Tum, I know his music because also we listen to the Arabic radio. I grew up also, even I didn't know. I knew now that there was Iraqi music, but I grew up with those music.
Mm.
Palestinian music, I know a lot of them, like about actually the war. A lot of music about war and everything because we grew up with that. It's just part of the culture.
Nice. Nice. Thank
And
you.
and then going to really deeper Egyptian culture, it's really
Mm.
with the dance world and more when I came to America, being with a lot of uh, Middle East and Levant, but it's always familiar. It's not like I didn't grow up with the movie as other people they did. I grew up with Moroccan movie and more. My family was very religious, so I grew up with more religious movie in Arabic,
Ah.
but not really because my mom she didn't like us to watch those kind of movie. They were like seeing them as really being too makishmushi, as we say. They're not shy.
I loved, by the way, your lecture on Shuma. Was it last year, the year before? Time is weird now, but that was just such a that was wonderful. So if anyone has the opportunity to learn that from Soumaya again, highly recommend. Um, so taking us a little bit into your life as like a geographer, I'm curious if there are things from your life in dance that sort of either support or make easier or bleed into your life in geography
uh,
and vice versa.
like if my dance influenced my geography and my geography influenced my dance, does that mean?
Yeah. And not
Yeah,
necessarily just dance, but lessons from dance, etc.
of course. First of all, I travel. I can travel anywhere, everywhere. I am very. My mom, when we were young, she would never let me do like what. Now, when I go to Morocco, before they were scared. They will never let me go out or something. It was like
Mm.
very strict. But now Morocco is more open and more developed. I would say like this. But now my mom, she said, "Oh, you go everywhere. I'm not scared about you. You just go. I can go." I said, "No, I'm
Nice.
going to Casablanca." She's like, "Okay." They had me just to go to the station and then I go and come back. It's easy. So first of all, I also went to Dubai. I went to Cairo alone. Like I go alone. I went to like a little bit of festival, but after I find myself. And it's interesting. That's how I met my Japanese friend, Yuki. She came and when she came before in Cairo, she didn't go out. But
Mm.
when we go out, I go, I dress, I go, I find my place. I went to Dubai, no problem. I know also how to walk in those countries.
Mm.
You know how I dress, how I behave. Because in Dubai there is only men on the street. It's very rare you have women. Often they are foreign.
Mm.
So I know how to talk to them, how to sit down, how to discuss for shopping. In negotiation, you don't want to go fast. You have to sit down and take a tea, and really, that's how you're gonna make very good shopping. Um, and in terms of geography, I would say how geography influenced my dance. It's or my life. It's first of all, I studied because of passion. Again,
I'm sorry, I think I missed that.
that's like it's the way I see the life. Because actually, the way I see the world, the way I observe when I go out, I saw I live inside. My formation. I think it's also coming from my parents. My parents grew up in the field, and they bring me this. They give me, it's that example, I can go everywhere. I know where is Mecca direction just by watching the sun, things like that, because that's the skill I grew up with. I grew up going to my village. So, and also by observing this is how I understand the dance. So it's like I understand the dance in a level. I listened to the podcast of Hassan Khalil, I think.
Mm.
I listened to his podcast, but everything he said, that's what I say. Not in the same wise level, because I don't have his age, but everything he said, I completely understand because that's how I see the dance, the wind, the music is the wind, the river is the way like for example, I went to Costa Rica. I went to a museum of nature, and there is a part about the music. But what the people they do when they dance and they play music, they reflect what they have nature. So there, the music there is this top 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 pop pop pop. Why? Because in Costa Rica there is a lot of rain. So this is the thing, or they will mimic the birds. So to me, dance is geography. It's geography because every dance has an environment where it was born, and is influenced by the environment. And that's why actually I map the dance. That's one of my dreams. I need to really map them. You saw already my little things here, and observation. I go, for example, in Morocco. Sorry, because I was sick.
Oh no, please.
So when I go to Morocco, I observe people on the city. For example, what they do, the hand craft. You know everything. You observe how people they live. You understand them.
I love it.
It's really this. There is no secret. The first school of dance is life. Before I go to the school, you know what I learned with the belly dance world is to translate. I didn't learn the dance, I have to say. Yes, I learned movement, I learned this, I learned that. It's like shopping in stores. But I didn't learn the dance. The dance is school of life. It's my parent, it's my sister, it's this person I met, this one. Even Turkish style. When I can hear they say Turkish, I say there is no Turkish, there is no Egyptian. This is zero. Energy. The thing I grew up with, I saw them. I experienced them, so I know it. You see?
It's so important to understand.
Yeah, so that's how my geography influenced my dance, and in both. I think dance also is geographic because it's the geography because it's the geography of your body in the time, in a moment, with what is happening around, in a social economic context. So the dance, if you dance in a cabaret, it's not going to be a dance that you will put in front of a stage, in front of a Western audience, it's an Arabic audience. So the dance has a geography. Even when you are a soloist in a place.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's what
I would love to continue talking with you, but I know we've been talking for an hour now. So, is there anything you'd like to add? Anything that we missed just now that you feel like you haven't said yet in this context? I know it's a broad question, but I just don't want to leave anything unsaid that you wish to say.
I don't know because
Yeah.
when you ask me a question, I found actually your question were very. It's like you take one and then everything is going out. So.
Hooray, hooray. Um, do you have anything in particular? Well, I know that we have a workshop. We're going to be doing an online workshop coming up at the end of this is December 2022 when we are talking right now, and you're going to be sharing an online workshop with us very generously at the end of January 2023. So I'll make sure that we link that information. Is there anything else that you would like to promote that you have coming up? Shows or classes or workshops?
Oh my God, I hate doing that.
I know, I know.
First of all, before, if I have anything to add, I
Yeah,
will ask,
yes.
thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for being willing to share.
No, thank you for your interest and for the work you do because this is a conversation. So that's what I want to say. Thank you. And also, never stop learning. Never stop learning.
So important.
Like for me, for everyone, like learning is ocean. And it's very, really thank you so much for having me. And for my workshop, yeah, so I'm doing a couple of things. I have a lot of projects coming up.
Woo!
I will tell you because we have.
Okay, we'll put some links below.
I will tell you now. I said,
Fantastic.
I have. I'm planning to have two shows in New York for first time for the
Exciting.
Gala. And then, I just discussed yesterday the date, so I'm like super excited. So you're the
Oh,
first one I want to
hooray!
know. And then beside my troop, and then second, so I have this special class where I'm inviting people at my house. Like
Mm,
it's a private cursus. I decided to do that. I didn't know how I wanted to do classes in New York yet and everything because I cannot commit for regularly or I don't know. So I decided to do this. It's in my house, my special studio. There will be lecture and classes. So it's not. It's a full thing. It's an experiment. It's really intensive, and I limited to 5 people because it's in my house. But I think it's almost sold out. I have to have confirmation that I think it's almost sold out.
that's very special. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. But I think I'm open always to five. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to make a big group because it's my house, and but
Yes.
this is what I'm doing. That's one of the other project, and then I'm planning to do. I think about it. It's all here. I'm thinking about. I have actually shows coming up in Boston, March 12th. I have a Moroccan show but it's not me. I'm the director artistic of the show. Salwa Gardaf is one of Moroccan organizer of the community, Moroccan community. She's the organizer of that show, and she invited me. And it's the second time I'm invited. Not the second now. It has been like 3 or 4 times I'm invited as a director artistic in show.
Yay.
I was invited by Cactu to do that, so to me it's like well, I'm super honored of that. What else? I have classes, workshops coming in Boston too. I'm working on them. I'm
Nice.
finalizing the date and schedules and everything. It's gonna be on some days. And I have the Yenair. Yenair is the Amazigh New Year coming now in January. So all those event people are welcome. And honestly, I think this is the best way to learn. They need to come to those
Yeah.
things and see because there is not the best way to experience the culture. And to me, they are better than classes. So just I really highly recommend people to go.
It's nothing like being in community. That's wonderful.
Really, it's the best class. They're the best.
And if people want to book you, they can reach out.
Yes, actually, I'm open also yes to do coaching, special coaching. I would like
Oh,
to.
fantastic. Okay.
This is one of also project because I like to work with really experienced dancer. I love that. I would like to coach them. I have so much comment. You know, sometimes I see dancers. I feel like they just need the right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also because it will be my dream to have been able to have that. And I have some mentor and things like that. And
Great.
I think I would love to do this. Like I'm open to coach people, yes, like privately. I would love to do this. That's really
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you so much, Sumaya, for sharing all of this with us. Um, we'll put links below where you can find Sumaya, reach her, and find out about upcoming community events as well as workshops and coaching. All right. Thank you, Sumaya, for being on Dancer Origin Stories.